everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time for our level 60 Alchemist quest. We're back down to 1080p 60 for recordings. I've been over the last few episodes doing some experiments with my new graphics card to try and record at a bit higher quality than I have in the past. Unfortunately, when I was editing those previous two videos, I did notice some minor graphical issues that are like, honestly, I could probably live with them, but I'm enough of a perfectionist that I don't want to live with them. So I am currently playing in 4K 60, recording in 1080p 60. So back to normal, the normal resolution that I use for this series. But I'm playing the game at 4K, so technically what I'm doing is called super sampling. And I'm also running on PC with effectively max settings, so it should still look like objectively better than previous 1080p videos, just it's still the same resolution. Hopefully this looks good. If this looks good, I might stick with it. Also, quick look at the frame rate. Solid. Nearly 60 over 50. Pretty good. Good chance we'll stick with this if it keeps working. Anyways, to start for today, we need to go ahead and grab ourselves a new Master Recipe book from the Script Exchange. We're getting ourselves a Master Alchemist 3 book. Go ahead and learn that. And with that in hand, we should be able to go take care of today's quest, which will take us, of course, back to Revenant's Toll. Alright, where are our investigators we're working with? Hello there, Wiltwake. Wiltwake has a look of victory to him. We question our culprit further, Satora. He told us everything when safely ensconced in his cell. We had believed our suspects were a crew of criminals, however they are merely hired help, cheap and disposable. All but one, a single aging alchemist. This is our true mastermind. Woud is his name. He is feared in Thavnair, his homeland, for a complete lack of scruples in pursuing experiments no man should. I have also inquired into these clones. The Sons of St. Quinoc know something of the technology. Shanine has gone to their camp to learn more. Would you join her there? That's true, the Alligans did have cloning technology. It came up during the Crystal Tower series. Alright, let's get down to Quinoc's Find. Meet up with our old friends and see what they know. Hello there, Shanine. What have we learned? Rambros has told me all about your escapades in the Crystal Tower, Satora. Why didn't you say you'd met Honest to God's clones? Well, according to him, clones are empty vessels for the most part, soulless and unthinking. So what if Woud transferred his own spirit into a clone again and again? Eternal life could be his. That's his motive. It explains everything. He stole the relics to dissect Alec's technology, then he stole the people from their beds to test it. The mute here we found is one such copy. His original must not have survived the process that created the clone, hence the body in the barrel. I'll bet the Near Eastern youth is the copy as well. Of whom, though? We can sort that out later. I believe Woud has a new hideout to the southeast of Revenant's Toll. Join me there and we'll put a stop to this once and for all. Alright, sounds like a plan. Let's go meet up with Shanine at the new hideout. And capture this Woud so we can't keep kidnapping people and using them to help him body jump. That's extremely fucked up. Ha, we've trapped the bastard. Good, but where is he? I don't see him. Anywhere. Well, I'm gonna trust you. Ready? In we go. We got him! Ha! The case is closed. But is it, my dear? Is it really? This is too convenient for my taste. He'd known we were chasing him since St. Coinox's find. He'll swing for his crimes, most likely, but why come quietly? He must have a card he's not yet played. I'll interrogate him and find out what. Come, let us return to our usual spot. Yeah, and he seemed to imply as much that it's not over when he was taken away. He's got something planned, and I don't like it. Oh, and of course I went right past it. Well, Woud is now insisting he is not Woud. Would that I could just beat the truth out of him, but I've got to prove his guilt or he walks free. The question is how. We have the means to prove a master alchemist was behind this, but on that basis alone, I could implicate Jalzahn, Severian, or you. I jest, of course. No, to convict him, we must prove Woud is Woud, and you're equal as an alchemist. Could you look into that with your guildmaster's aid? Woud had this copy of noble gold on him. Severian will want to examine it, I suspect. I just hope it proves to be the evidence we need. Well, here's hoping. Alright, let's go meet up with Severian. Quick and easy trip. Thankfully, the Ethernet takes us right outside of it. Right outside of the guild, rather. The mastermind is an alchemist called Woud. The name sounds familiar, and now you need a means to prove his guilt. That seems an awfully mundane use of my skills. But it might be the perfect opportunity to test my latest creation. He had a copy of noble gold on him, yes? Very few have the skill to craft such a tome. Woud himself may have fashioned this one. Prove he did, and you demonstrate that he's a master alchemist. Now, each alchemist ether has a unique color. When drawing geometries with enchanted ink, this hue is passed to the pages of a grimoire. There has never been a way to detect the shade of this ethereal signature. Until now, that is. I have a powder that renders this color visible to the naked eye. If my ether is purple, then sprinkling the dust over a grimoire I made will reveal the same shade of purple. I call it spectroleum, and I dare say this invention of mine will be sufficient to prove who crafted that copy of noble gold. Here's an ons, take it to Wiltwake. Alright then, back we go. I'm starting to see the picture of how this scheme is gonna work. We could perhaps sprinkle a bit of powder on the noble gold, sprinkle a bit of powder on something else that we know Woud has made, show that it's the same color, therefore the same alchemist. And then additionally, if we can craft something and sprinkle some of that spectroleum on it, show that it's a different color, we show that different alchemists make different colors. A powder that reveals the color of ether. Heh. Severian is something else, no matter his quirks. May I have a look? Yeah, I've got it right here. Alchemist Guild's Guildmaster Severian claims this mixture of finely ground minerals, and chitin can, when applied to a substance, discern the color of the ether contained within. Marvelous, but we'll need more than the dust. We must have a copy of noble gold crafted by another's hand to show the color of Woud's version is unique. No doubt you see where I'm going with this. For the sake of the trial, could you create a copy of the grimoire? Alright, thankfully I am already on top of it. Under Master Recipes 3, Noble Gold is right here. Let's take a look at the raw materials and recipe tree. We're gonna need 14 Aurum Regis sand, 2 Dragon Blood, 1 Abelathian Spring Water, 2 Gold Ore, 8 Hard Silver Ore, 10 Hard Silver Sand, 2 Silver Ore, 3 Raw Chrysolite, 3 Cloud Mica, 3 Raw Memorian, 1 Aqueous Whetstone, and then the crystals. And for the recipe tree, we're gonna make 1 Enchanted Aurum Regis ink, 2 Aurum Regis nuggets, 2 Hard Silver ingots. To make that, we will need to make 2 Hard Silver nuggets. We will make 1 Cloud Mica Whetstone into 1 Chrysolite, and 1 Memorian. Alright, let's get crafting. Here we are, nice and easy. Alright, Wiltwake. I have the noble gold we need. Preparations for the trial are underway, Satora. The Adventurers Guild has sent impartial judges to reveal the facts. The evidence has been organized, and guards are standing ready to take Woad from his cell to the 7th heaven. All we need to begin is your copy of Noble Gold. I got it right here. The court recognizes Master Wildwake. In conclusion, Woad kidnapped honest people and experimented on them. And why? To prolong his own life. Proof of this lies with these clones, soulless puppets he created. The man is guilty beyond all doubt. Damning evidence, Master Wildwake, but only if the accused is Woad and an alchemist. He currently denies both. Sir, we can prove that he's lying. This grimoire was found on Woad, and the Master of the Alchemist Guild has stated that only the most skilled of alchemists could create such a tome. Alright, we're accepting that as testimony, I suppose? Ah, I see. By showing that Woad crafted this grimoire, you also demonstrate that he's a master of alchemy, yes? Precisely. The creator's ethereal signature is mirrored in the ink used to draw arcane geometries. This hue is unique to each alchemist. We've obtained a powder from the Alchemist Guild that will allow us to see this color. May we have permission to use it? By all means, proceed. This is Satora, a leading and recognized alchemist. She is consulted throughout this case. Excuse me. There, as you can see, the color of her ether is blue. Now, allow me to demonstrate on the grimoire that Satora made. The self-same blue, so you can identify a grimoire's maker. Next, I'll perform the same experiment on Woad. Crimson, now what of the grimoire you found on him? Crimson, that clinches it. You, sir, are Woad. What say you in your defense? He's been silent as a grave all this time, as if the spirit's gone right out of him. Oh, crap. That's the real Woad! After him! What? Woad's soul is inside that clone! Well, Satora, we're sitting pretty, thanks to you. I gotta say, the dropkick may have been a bit much. I was blocking the door just fine. Alright, that pretty definitively proves it, especially given he tried to flee. Whew, that was too exciting for my blood, but at least the case is over. Indeed. The Near Eastern youth was Woad's clone. Who would have thought it? How could we have missed that? He meant to gain eternal life by transferring his soul to a new vessel. The younger the body, the longer he could use it. Very true. I have a suspicion that would allowed us to apprehend his copy. A guaranteed escape route if ever he were captured. Rest assured he will pay for his crimes. He meant to live on borrowed time, and we'll make him suffer for all of it. But justice was served. We couldn't have done it without you, Satora. I hope we meet again. Though I'd be pleased to give another grisly murder a miss. But the thrill of solving it was something, eh? Let's hope we meet next under happier circumstances. Until then, Satora. It was good working with you all. Glad we were able to catch him. That is the end of Alchemist for Heavensward. The next Alchemist quest will come in Stormblood. Alright, let's finish off today with a collectible. Our collectible for today is a rarefied book of Aurum Regis. Our raw materials are going to be 14 Aurum Regis sand, 2 Dragon Blood, 1 Abelathian Spring Water, 2 Gold Ore, 4 Hard Silver Ore, 5 Hard Silver Sand, 1 Silver Ore. And for our recipe tree, we're going to be making 1 Enchanted Aurum Regis Ink, 2 Aurum Regis Nuggets, 1 Hard Silver Ingot, for which we'll need 1 Hard Silver Nugget. Alright, let's get crafting. And then we can go hand it in for some script. And then we'll have just 1 crafting episode left to go for Heavensward. At least for the stories for crafting in Heavensward. And then, between now and the next episode, I am going to be working on crafting everything up to item level 150 for Alchemist. That includes regular crafting log, as well as our Mastercraft 3 recipes. Alright then, on we go. Wait, actually, there is a collectible appraiser right here in town. Let's go make use of that one. I mean, we're already here after all. Nope, not there. We're going over to you. Alright, here, take a rarefied book of Aurum Regis for 54 script. And next time on Final Fantasy XIV. Onwards to level 60 Culinarian. I'll see everyone next time for that.